Hey everyone, and welcome to the Type A Christian YouTube page. Again, my name's Autumn, and I'm coming to you live from the carpool line at my daughter's middle school. It's a little bittersweet because this is the last day that I will be picking her up until she goes to high school this fall. But I wanted to spend a few moments of our time today talking about the first attribute of the fruit of the Spirit. This is found in the book of Galatians in the New Testament in chapter 5, and that first attribute is love. Now, when you get to read the second book, you'll notice that I spend a little bit of time talking to you about my husband and I, and how he shows love to me and how he better receives love from me and vice versa. But it's a little bit more difficult to show love to others. And we know that is what God and Jesus actually had told us to do, is to love God first and then to love others. And so while it's easy to love those that God places in our lives in special ways, such as a husband or a wife or a special coworker, special friends, you may have a special sister or a church family even, but it's a little more difficult to love others when you may not feel that same reciprocation back. And it's a lot more difficult to love others when they are resistant of that love as well. And so because I'm here at the carpool line, I wanted to share with you a little story that I talk about in the second book, in this love chapter. And it was about my daughter, and she was in elementary school, and she realized that one of her students, one of her friends, did not know anything about God. She didn't go to church. Her family had not raised her to believe in God. She didn't really understand it. And so when she was telling me this, I was trying to help her. I was trying to think of, things that she should say to this little girl, and maybe things she could talk about or bring up, obviously asking her to come to church. And I was getting all these speeches prepared, things that she could tell her. Well, my elementary school daughter at that age looked at me and she said, "Mom, I want to buy her something." I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. Let you read the book. So my mother-in-law, takes my daughter. They go to the store and they purchase this item that my daughter wants to buy for this student, her fellow student. And she is so excited because she knows this little girl is going to appreciate this gift so much, because my daughter actually spent her own money on this gift. And she takes it to school, and guess what happens? The little girl rejects her gift. Again, I'm not going to tell you what the gift is. You'll have to find out what it is in the book. But it just goes to show you that we are still called to love others even when they do not reciprocate back, when they reject our love. Look how many people have rejected Jesus from the time he walked on earth until now. And Jesus still tells us that we've got to show love to these people. We continue walking in Christ so that others can see Jesus through us. And I think that is what Jesus meant when he tells us to love God first and then to love others second. I hope you guys enjoy this discussion, and hope you guys have a great day. Always remember, walk in the Spirit and not in your personality. Bye.